everyone, and welcome to the Scintillating Showcase and Open Mic Night, a live and virtual performance series produced in conjunction with Intervision Entertainment and myaloha.tv. Tonight's theme is Somebody to Love, inspired by Queen's famous hint of the same name, and, of course, Valentine's Day coming up next week. All of our artists have been encouraged to creatively interpret the theme as they are inspired, and as always, tonight's show is full of wonderful surprises. Well, I hope you all are chopping onions tonight, because my monologue is less comedy and more of a reflection. You see, I love love. I'm a big fan. It's what my best friend and I have most in common. Granted, she's more of the romantic novel and rom-com type, and I'm more of a Reefer Madness Dr. Horrible sing-along blog type. When I speak of love, when we speak of love, I should say, it's often in relation to romantic love, which I can certainly appreciate as I found Ryan, the love of my life, at such a young age. And whenever I hear the phrase love at first sight, I cannot help but giggle, because if there is such a thing, we definitely felt it. Although I think most would say lust at first sight is more appropriate. Love takes time to become the beautiful bond we cherish and desire. And love is so much more than romantic love. Love of family, love of friends, pets, and even love of places and things is not to be minimized. I love my cats more than I love most humans, and I'm not the least bit ashamed of that. And Vash is so darn amazing that most people do fall in love with him almost instantly. Love is a powerful word, because it is a powerful concept embodied by such a spectrum of different levels of emotion. When we hear a song about love, it evokes something in almost everyone. Yet what it invokes is rarely identical from one person to the next, depending on what the exact person or memory or desire it brings to mind. Unless it's a George Michael song, because then we're all thinking about George Michael. A podcaster in Canada by the name of Toronto Mike, yes, they're very creative with names up there in Canada. Anyway, he cleaned up his MP3 collection in 2011 and discovered that he had 1,187 songs stored on his hard drive with the word love in the title. And that's just titles in English compiled 10 years ago, starting only from around somewhere in the 1940s. Imagine how many more songs there would be if it was up to date and included popular tunes from around the globe. And imagine if we also included historical tunes that dated as far back as we can find. Most performance artists, especially successful ones, are very aware of this. You might be surprised that out of that list of almost 1,200, the list of artists is much smaller, as some artists, such as Billie Holiday, recorded 6 different songs that involved the word love. Fun facts: Alicia Keys has recorded 8, Billy Idol 5, a group named Bad Brains recorded 6, and Air Supply comes in with only 4. I've personally dedicated much of my life to surrounding myself with love. To know me is to know that I love pretty deeply, especially the friends which I've chosen to consider family, because genetics do not necessarily equate love. In Hawaii, the word ohana means family, and it means so much more than those you are actually related to. It's about building a tribe of your own, with an extended chosen family that you love, trust, and respect on a level that is truly equal in emotional dedication. And when you have it, you can feel that love and support no matter how many miles you are apart. And our Intervision Ohana is no different. We have a special bond that extends through the internets, akin to magic. Before Ryan and I ever lived in Hawaii, I was blessed to already understand this concept. You see, my mother had friends who were so close to the family that to this day I still refer to them as aunties and cousins. I often forget that we're not actually bound by blood. And on my father's side, they did the same thing with anyone who grew up together. So much so that families ended up marrying, and my dad's closest friends growing up became his brothers-in-law and cousins. In tough times, whether it be global, such as a pandemic, national, such as political strife, or personal, such as fighting for financial solvency, having love around you keeps you from truly hitting rock bottom. even when it seems like it. Love lifts you up. And while love is not enough, it is certainly what leads you to what is. I'd like to thank my parents for that gift. It's because of them that I know love and how to find it, foster it, and share it. I know that one of the greatest gifts I have to give is that love, and I give it as freely and as openly as I can. As I say, I love you all, my family, my chosen family, my friends, my acquaintances, and even those of you I haven't met yet. And speaking of love, please welcome my beloved friend and occasional partner in song, the fabulous minstrel MC, Miss Danielle May. Hello, beautiful.
I need to unmute myself. There we go. How are you all doing tonight?
Good. Can we throw me back on it? There we go. Before you start, my dear, I'm going to start with the artist question of the week.
Okay.
Because we don't always get to ask you in time. So, right? So we're going to catch it today. What is your favorite rom-com or your favorite romantic film or story?
Um, Good gracious. There's a lot of good ones, but I think, you know, does The Mask count?
Sure. It's a
Yeah.
romantic comedy. It's a little stalkery, but most romantic comedies are a bit stalkery. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, like no, that's cathartic.
All right.
That's why I like it.
That's awesome. And actually, I think that's one of the funniest rom-coms out there because you almost forget it is a romantic comedy. That's a good
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you officially get this show on the road.
All right.
Get
Here
to
we
it.
go. This is for all you lovers out there. Earth angel, please be my darling dear. Love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. Earth angel, the one I adore. Love you forever and evermore. I'm just a fool in love with you. I fell for you, and I knew the vision of your loveliness. I hope and I pray that someday I'll be the vision of your happiness. Whoa. So I say to myself, does she love me or not? But the truth I know is that love keeps us together with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. The lyrics goes on the attack. My tongue gets tied, and that's no lie. I'm looking in your eyes, looking in your big brown eyes, ooh girl, and I got this to say to you, girl, I wanna make you sweat till you can't sweat no more, and if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. Girl, I wanna make you sweat till you can't sweat no more. I
goodness. That I feel like that just confirms what I've always suspected, which is that you are basically Marty McFly. I don't know. It feels right.
Yeah, I can see that.
Thank you so much, Danielle. That was beautiful. I can't wait to hear more from you later. All right. Well, next up, we have the marvelous, magnificent Mr. Angus. Hello, sir.
Hello, gorgeous.
How are you,
How you doing,
darling?
Sadie?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
We're fine.
All right. And would you like to share with us your favorite rom-com or love story? I think someone is not muted and is typing. If you could just mute your microphone, that would be great. We can just hear it clickety-clacking. Yes, so your favorite rom-com or love story, we would love to know.
I went from clueless to an answer in about 2 hours.
I thought you were saying Clueless the movie.
No, I was completely clueless. I couldn't even come up with a rom-com. But I had a crush on Miss Doris Day back when I was younger than you are, Sadie.
I would have imagined, yes. Would have had to have been.
And so perhaps Pillow Talk.
Oh, that's an excellent choice. All right. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited now. All right. And would you like to share your song with us first, or did you want to do the story first?
I think we were going with the song first, but I could have done
fantastic.
either. And the song I'm about to sing is roughly 200 years older than the song that Danielle sang.
Yes.
It is the very first love song that Robert Burns wrote. He was but a 15-year-old lad working in his father's farm, and he had a crush on the similarly aged young lassie who worked in the farm with him. And say, I'm going to take one little click so that I have the lyrics in front of me just in case I need them. And this has to do with Robert Burns' first crush, Nellie. It's cried, "Oh, once I loved a bonny lass." Oh, once I loved a bonny lass, and I love her still. And whilst that virtue warms my breast, I love my handsome Nell. A bonny lass as I seen, and money full as bra, but for a modest, graceful meed, the likes I never saw. A bonny lass, I will confess, is pleasant to the eye, but with some better quality, she's no the lass for me. But Nellie's looks are blithe and sweet, and what is best of all, her reputation is complete and fair without a flaw. She dresses, I say, clean and neat, faith decent and genteel, and then there's something in her gait, cars only dressed the wheel. A gaudy dress and gentle air may slightly touch the head, but it's innocence and modesty that polishes the dart. 'Tis this in Nellie pleases me, 'tis this enchants my soul, or absolutely in my breast. She reigns without control.
And what control you have over that gorgeous voice, Angus.
Thank you.
You know, I don't really miss being in a choir that much, but I do miss the sound of a deep voice in my ears. Ugh, you know. Oh, anyway, you have a story for us a little later, yes?
I
Excellent. Well, then we'll see you in just a wee bit. Thank you.
and I will mute me so I don't click onto somebody else's ear.
That makes one of us. All right. Um, well, let's see. Someone should probably intro me because
It's
I have to
me.
answer the question. Hello.
It's me. I'm supposed to ask you the question.
That's right.
What is
I'll
your
jump.
favorite rom-com or romantic movie story thingy thing?
Well, I'm cheating it a little bit. And I've mentioned this before, but my favorite story about love is A Street Cat Named Bob. And I can't reiterate how much that movie kind of changed my life. It created pet poetry because it changed Vash's life. It's a story about a man struggling, being homeless and having a drug addiction. And he kind of he busks out in London and he gets a chance to get his life together. And he's really struggling to do so. And in walks in a cat. And I'll say no more from there, but it was a movie that I just threw on in the background because you basically say anything takes place in England and I'll just shove it on. And I started paying attention to it instead of the original plan, which was to keep it on in the background. And so did Vash. And to the point, he loved that movie so much, he was meowing and would go to the television to ask me to turn it on every day for about a month. And ever since then, Vash has posed in front of the camera, and that's how we got pet poetry. So it's definitely my favorite story about love.
Yes, he has definitely learned a few things from Bob.
Yeah, some good, some maybe not so good, but you know, cats.
Huh. So, what do you have for us tonight, Ghislaine?
Well, I have a song about goth love.
Okay.
You know, and goth love gets a little bit neglected sometimes in this world because, you know, we don't always think about goth music or darker music as having any sort of positivity or aspects there unless we like that genre. But they do, and I think The Cure is most known for it, but this is actually a song by Depeche Mode. And it once you hear it, you'll all know it. But it's one of my favorite songs of all times. So let me click it on and hope it doesn't give me a commercial. And here we go. I want somebody to share the rest of my life, share my innermost thoughts, know my intimate details, someone who stand by my side and give me support. And in return, she'll get my support. She will listen to me when I want to speak about the world we live in and life in general. Though my views may be wrong, they may even be perverted, she'll hear me out and won't easily be converted to my way of thinking. In fact, she'll often disagree. At the end of it all, she will understand me. Oh, want somebody who cares for me passionately, with every thought and with every breath. Someone who helped me see things in a different light. All the things I detest, I will almost like. I don't want to be tied to anyone's dreams. I'll carefully try to stay clear of those things. And when I'm asleep, I want somebody who will put their arms around and kiss me tenderly. Well, things like this make me sick, but in a case like this, I'll get away with it. Oh. Somebody. Whew. Oh, that song always makes me cry a little. Okay. Am I introduced? Oh, look who's here.
Hello.
Hello. You know what time that must be.
I think it might be time for a bad dad joke.
Oh, excellent. Would you share your bad dad joke with us all?
Well, I don't know if I told you, but I have a new girlfriend and she works at the zoo.
She does.
She's a keeper.
Why did I see that coming and still laugh every time?
Yeah.
I
That's
love
how
it.
it works.
I love it. By the way, your lipstick on points.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
For cheaps. I think I bought it for Halloween and then I just really liked it.
Well, it looks fabulous.
Thank you so much.
All right, I'll let you take it away from here, darling.
Glorious. All right. So next up, we have my dear darling from this side of the country. One of the first friends I made in quarantine, the dearest Danny Fowler. Hello, darling. Oh, your background.
Oh, I mean, don't we all want somebody to love?
It's actually so perfect. Okay, so for those who don't know, that's She-Ra, and behind him is a character named Adora. So very appropriate for love songs. Night.
For those who don't know, that's He-Man's twin sister.
Yeah. She-Ra.
She-Ra.
Oh my god, she's so fabulous. All right.
Adam and
so
Adora.
before I get lost down a hole, because I could talk to you for days about She-Ra.
Whoa.
What is your favorite rom-com or love story?
This is going to sound really horrible given his politics, but no, you know what? No, I'm going in a different direction. I'm going to go with that quintessential cult classic, Xanadu.
Hell yeah. I'm very curious what your other answer was going to be.
A rom-com on roller skates is the best rom-com at all. Yeah.
I can't argue with that. All right. Well, and I believe, I know you have two things for us tonight. What do you have for us first, my darling?
Given my current situation and the fact that all of the gentlemen in my family are currently taking over my normal podcast space, I'm going to start with a poem by Yes, by the performance artist Alok. It is they are fabulous and wonderful. If you do not know them, it's ALOK. And it's pretty genius and spot on for our current theme.
Amazing. I can't wait to hear it. I'll let you take it away.
Given my predilections for Dorothy Parker and W.H. Auden, I felt it was very in keeping with my normal readings. So this is something called Small Talk. It's not that I don't do small talk, it's that I can't do small talk. I'm the girl that they ask, "How are you?" And I am like, missing everyone I ever loved, constantly hurt by the callousness of a world that reduces me to a body, and mourning the loss of everything I could have been. How about you? I don't know how to function in a world that believes in strangers. I need everyone's help for directions, both on how to get where I am going and on how to process heartbreak. Heartbreak not from a person, not as a moment, but as a condition from the world. I am messy, inconsistent, naive, earnest, too much. Or rather, I am honest. In a world that lies, I don't know how to compartmentalize myself, give digestible narratives, don't know how to play pretend. I'm difficult to chew on, so most people just spit me out. I think every person I meet could be my best friend. It's not that I didn't grow up, it's that I realized growing up is a sham. I believe in the power of temper tantrums and slumber parties. I love everyone and everything so much that it tears me apart. Because most of the time it's unreciprocated. When they ask me, "How are you?" I want to say, unreciprocated. And it's not your fault, but I don't know who to blame. How do you incriminate a condition? I experience past, present, future at the same time. I wore Velcro sneakers until I was 13 because I couldn't learn how to tie my shoes. I don't know how to make decisions alone. The last coat I bought, I texted 15 friends to ask if it was me. Maybe because I only exist because of you. Which is why I cannot do small talk. Because I need your help to be. Because I need you to ask how we got here. And by here, I mean everyone going home alone at night. And by here, I mean privatized intimacy, a subscription you have to pay for. And by here, I mean this wanting to know you, but settling instead to know the words you say about yourself, as if language is all that we are. I believe we are more than language. I believe that we are related beyond blood. I believe that I need you, and therefore I love you. I need you, and therefore I love you. Thank you.
That was so good, Denny. Oh my goodness, that was great. Wow. Whew. All right, Sadie. There you
I
are.
felt that in my squishy place.
Yeah.
Right?
Ooh, that was really great, Denny.
I think we all did. Speaking of squishy places, Sadie, what is your favorite rom-com or love story or whatever?
Oh, I have a lot of favorites. I don't love the rom-com genre necessarily, but I think that the really good ones are some of the best movies ever. So like when it's done well, it can be amazing, and when it's done badly, it can be real bad. But I think I'm gonna go with the one I've seen the most recently, which was I'm finally watching Black Mirror because I made the mistake of watching the first episode first, and I've since been told that was a huge mistake. Uh, so I watched San Junipero, and that is a love story of the most unusual nature, and I just found it delightful. So yeah, I
Nice.
think that's my answer.
So what do you have for us tonight?
Well, first up, I'm gonna geek out a little bit because I have a Shakespeare sonnet for y'all. It's one of my very favorites. Yeah, it's Sonnet 116. I learned it for a speech class when I was in college, and I just really, really loved that our teacher chose this one because it's just very nice. Very
Nice.
delicious.
Take it away.
Thank you. All right. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown although its height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved. Thanks.
Oh man, more feels. Doing
I
to
love that
me.
poem. I had a really amazing speech and acting teacher in college who would pick the juiciest poems for us to perform, and I always loved it because he could have chosen anything. He could have chosen, gibberish.
Oh,
And it would
absolutely.
have been understandable for the purposes of a speech class, but he really wanted us to connect with the text, and so he always chose really, really amazing stuff. He
You're
was a
all
great teacher.
smearing my fancy makeup.
Oh, baby girl, no.
Oh no,
You
it's
got
good.
your shiny rainbow head, so it's okay.
Shiny rainbow hair. Look, showing off the hair.
All
Okay.
right. Now, am I bringing on the next person, or
It
are
is
you? Oh, it's
I.
you. I'm gonna let you do the thing, girl.
Yeah. So our next guest is new to our show, and we are so super excited to have him. Please, everyone, welcome Trip Kennedy. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you on this fine Sunday evening?
I'm so happy I had something to look forward to all day. So I'm in a good place. I would be watching 60 Minutes. This is far better.
I agree. Well, as you have heard, we have the artist question of the week. What is your favorite rom-com or favorite romantic film or story?
Well, I'm not sure it's my favorite rom-com, but when you asked that question, I immediately flashed on a scene in a Mel Brooks movie because I'm doing a show about Mel. And I've been looking at all of his stuff, and I was just writing about this the other day. Mel always manages to find a way to sneak a musical number into most of his movies. Most of them, not all of them. but in Life Stinks, which is not his best movie, but it's not his worst, there is this incredible ballet scene with Leslie Ann Warren and Mel, and they're just, you know, they're dancing around a garbage dump. And it's so beautiful, and it's so romantic. You know, Mel's not sticking it up, and it's just, the movie is good, but that scene, if you get a chance to see it, it's just lovely. So that's what I thought of.
That sounds really lovely, actually. I haven't seen that flick in a while, and my mother liked that scene, so you brought back some wonderful memories with that.
Oh, good.
Now, you've got 2 songs for us today, and what is your first one?
Well, it's long, so it might only be one song. We'll see how it goes, but this is from the producers. Because, you know, Max Bialystock had a love, and it was called Broadway. But then, somebody betrayed me, and then I wound up here, in jail.
Mail call! Hey, Bialystock, you got a postcard.
A postcard? Where from?
Brazil.
Brazil? Who do I know in Brazil? Dear Max, Rio is everything you said it was, and more. Ula and I think of you every chance we get. In the morning, when we're having breakfast on our terrace, many different hearings, and in the evening when we dance the samba together in the moonlight. Must run. Ula is waiting. It's almost 11. Wish you were here. Oh yeah. Just like Cain and Abel, you pulled a sneak attack. I thought that we were brothers. Then you stabbed me in the back. Betrayed. Oh boy, I'm so betrayed. Like Samson and Delilah, your love began to fade. I'm rotting in the Huskow, you're in Rio, getting laid. Betrayed. Let's face it, I'm betrayed. Boy, have I been taken? Oh, I'm so forsaken. I should have seen what came to pass. I should have known to watch my ass. I feel like Othello. Everything is lost. Leo is the Igo. Max is double-crossed. I'm so dismayed. Did I mention I'm betrayed? I used to be the king, but now I am a fool. A captain without a ship. A rabbi without a shul. Now I'm about to go to jail. There's no one who can pay my bill. I have no one who I can cry to. No one I can say goodbye to. I'm drowning. I'm drowning. I see my whole life flashing before my eyes. I see a weathered old farmhouse and a white picket fence. I'm running through fields of alfalfa with my collie Rex. Now Rex, not on the alfalfa. And I see Mama. I see Mama standing on the back porch in a warm but clean gingham gown, and I can hear her. I can hear her calling out to me. Alvin, don't forget your chives. Wood needs a garden and the cows need a milking. Alvin, Alvin. Wait a minute. My name's not Alvin. That's not my life. Somebody else's life is flashing before my eyes. What the hell is that about? Neil's taken everything. Even my past. My past. A dying ember. But wait. Now I remember. How did it begin?
Why, he walked into my office with this cockamamie scheme. You can make more money with a flop than with a hit. We can do it. We can do it. I can't do it. We can do it. I can't do it. Goodbye, Max. Oh, Lord, I want that money. I'm back, Max. Come on, Wheel. We can do it. Step 1. Find a play. See it, touch it, smell it, kiss it. Hello, Mr. Liebkin. A guten Tag, clap, hop, guten Tag, clap, hop. Adolf Elizabeth Hitler. A guten Tag, clap, hop, guten Tag, clap, hop. Step 2. Find a director. Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it turn, turn, kick, turn, 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 kick, turn. Ooh-la, ooh-la-la-la, wowie. Step 3. Raise the money. Along came the owie. Intermission. Step 4. Hire all the actors. A wandering minstrel, rioting the shreds. Next. That's our Hitler. Opening night. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Break a leg. I broke my leg. Springtime for Hitler and Germany. A surprise hit. Springtime for Hitler and Germany. It'll run for years. Where did we go right? Where did we go right? Give me those books. Fat, fat, fatty, give me those books. Fat, fat, fatty, books. Fat, books, fat, books, fat. Lousy food, kill the actors. You ever eat with one? Then you ran to Rio, and you're safely out of reach. I'm behind these bars, you're banging ooh-ah on the beach. Just like Julius Caesar was betrayed by Brutus, who'd think an accountant would turn out to be my Brutus. I'm so dismayed. Is this how I'm repaid? To be betrayed! Betrayed!
Oh my god.
Wow.
Welcome, Trip. You're awesome.
Thank you. Yay!
Oh my god.
Well, thank you very much. I'm so
We are very, very excited to have you.
And stay tuned, because we would like you to come back for your second song. We know it runs a little over, but you know what? We got the time.
Yay!
Oh my god, you're amazing. That just like none of us could stop smiling. I'm pretty sure everyone was just grinning like a fool that whole time. That was incredible. Oh my god, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. What am I doing? Oh.
You're looking for a fellow opera singer.
We have the third of our opera diva trio, the dear darling Miss Chrissy Mackey. Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm a little tired.
Not too singed, I hope. I know you were playing with fire recently.
Yeah, these eyelashes are way shorter than these eyelashes. So,
it's the price you pay.
It's the price you pay when the wind shifts direction. By the way, that shot actually made it into the video. So, like,
that's amazing. For those who don't know, Chrissy does burlesque, and she did some fire tricks recently in a shoot. Which, when is that coming? When will people be able to see that?
February 15th. I'll toss the link here. It's donation tickets. They recommend if you want to, like, if you just want to donate less than $12. But if you want to see the show, then $12 or more is what they're asking.
Amazing.
So, the proceeds go to a mental health charity. The whole thing is about mental health and such like that. So that is the link that you can go and get the tickets. Just tell them that Lavinia Vale sent ya.
Yay! Amazing. All right. Well, before we dive into your performance, would you like to share with us your favorite rom-com or love story of another nature?
Let's see. I was going to make a joke one, but I can't remember what it is because it's been like more than 5 minutes, and I have memory of a goldfish right now. Anyway, actually,
I have ADHD. I can relate. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about. I'm like, yeah, I don't remember what it was I was going to say. It's really hilarious. Hi, have we met? It's a band.
Favorite love story or rom-com though? Do you have one?
So I'm not really into rom-coms. So my favorite love story is actually a book that I read when I was 15, I think. It was called Camille, the Lady of the Camellias by Alexander Dumas Fills. And it turns out that it was very heavily used as the premise for Moulin Rouge, along with like 2 other stories. And it's one of my favorite love stories. It's just, it's feminist, but also it's dealing with the issues that they had at the time. Like, oh, you're a prostitute, I can't talk to you, kind of thing. And she's like, all right, I'm just going to go live my best life then. Have a good one, you know, kind of thing. And it's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. I totally recommend it to like everybody. And I am not a huge avid reader type person because it gives me migraines. So yeah, I have a weird reading disorder. So it gives me migraines to read. So if I'm recommending a book, it means I suffered through a lot to get through it.
Fair enough. All right. Well, and what do you have for us tonight?
I have 2 songs. I guess you're going to want me just to sing one of them right now?
Yes, we're going to split them.
So I'm going to start with a Sarah Brightman number.
Ooh.
Called The Last Words You Said.
All
because
right,
we have to bring everybody down from that amazing upbeat performance. Now it's
okay. It's the roller coaster. That's love, baby.
That's love. All right, here we go. Somewhere in time, I know, darling, you'll come back to me. Roses will bloom again, but spring feels like eternity. In your kiss, it wasn't goodbye. You are still the reason why I can hear you whispering in the silence of my room. My heart still surrenders like the sun to the moon. I can barely stand this aching, burning endlessly. Love me now forever were the last words you said to me. And when the morning comes, my hands still reach out for you. Some things remain the same. There is nothing I can do. I can barely get through the day. Ever since you went away, I can hear you whispering in the silence of my room. My heart still surrenders like the sun to the moon. I can barely stand this aching, burning endlessly. Love me now forever were your last words to me. Heaven help us cross this endless sea with starlight above to guide you to me. Waves crashing on distant shores, they're calling our names forevermore.
Oh, that was absolutely lovely.
That was so good. Just wow, good.
I love your voice, Chrissy. I really do. And make sure you send me a private message with all of those links, because when we post this on YouTube, I will post all of that information so that if you're watching this right now on YouTube, you can see more of Chrissy and what she does in her burlesque show, to include fire. By hitting the links below.
Watch me singe my eyelashes.
Well, that too. But we like you alive, so we'll focus on that part, that you lived through it. Yes.
And now it is time for one of my favorite segments. Ghislaine, is there a furry friend who would like to share a poem with the class?
Why, yes, there certainly is, if I can find him. Hold on one moment. Why is that not here? Oh, that's why. Okay. If I could see what I was doing, that would be helpful. All right. Why, there we go. Oh, and the one thing I forget to do every time, turn that volume up.
I hate the very noise of a troublous man who did and does me all the harm he can. Free from the world, I would a prisoner be, and my own shadow all my company. And lonely see the shooting stars appear, worlds rushing into judgment all the year. All lead me onward to the loneliest shade, the darkest place the quiet ever made, where king cubs grow most beauteous to behold, and shut up green and open into gold. Farewell to poesy, and leave the will. Take all the world away, and leave me still. The mirth and music of a woman's voice that bids the heart be happy and rejoice. Love and Solitude by John Clare.
Oh boy, wow.
Yeah, you have to admit that, it really fits Vash, love and solitude.
So good at that whole grumpy thing. That is fantastic. Do you want to see your pet featured on Pet Poetry? Send videos to Ryan at myaloha.tv. Likewise, if you have a poem to share, you can send submissions to Ghislaine at myaloha.tv or submissions at myaloha.tv.
All right. Okay, well, it might help if I knew what I was doing here. Here we go. Why am I so technologically impaired? I don't know. Oh, and I am to introduce the next person. Okay, let's see. Is he here? Everyone, please welcome Movie Matt.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, we can. How are you, darling?
I'm doing very well. How are you, Ghislaine?
Good. You look a little spooky tonight with that lighting.
I was trying to go for more happy, romantic, but oh well.
No, keep it. I like it. We'll call that romantic lighting. Wow, wow. All right. I know I'm going to lead myself to that jar. Anyway, so you've heard the question of the week. What is your favorite rom-com romantic story or flick?
Well, my answer is going to be a bit unconventional. There are two stories. One I really love, and another one that I really hate, and they all come from the same TV series. Are there any Jane the Virgin fans out there?
Sure.
Know the show. Well, I am someone who was always Team Michael. From the beginning of the show, clear to the very end. And I was always loved. I'm not always the biggest rom-com person. I've never always cared, but I always cared about their relationship. I always loved their romance. If you know the story about Jane the Virgin, it's about a virgin who accidentally gets inseminated. And so, so that's the whole story. But the amazing thing is that with her story, with Jane and Michael, from the very first time of the relationship, they find out that she's a virgin. He doesn't care. He actually respected her wishes. He said his reaction was, well, I guess we're just going to have to wait. And so I was very happy when they got back together in the show and when they got married. And I was very sad when he died, which...
Spoiler alerts.
Yeah, to anyone who hasn't seen the show, sorry. Which brings me to the story that I hate. I hate the ending season. I would have been fine with Jane and Raphael if they hadn't brought him back from the dead.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if...
That's a whole level of jumping the shark.
You know, Jane and Raphael, they had developed, they had grown. But when you compare the two, I'm sorry. Michael was so much better for Jane than Raph. The things he did just to win her back after Michael came back, I didn't like that. I didn't like that the selfish boyfriend was being rewarded over the selfless.
Fair enough. And speaking of selfless, you have a lovely song for us tonight dedicated to the artists that we love and have lost most recently. Yes? All right. Well, take it away, Matt.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss, you look happy to greet me. Small and white, clear and bright, you look happy to meet me. Blossom and snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Feel free to sing along. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, you look happy to greet me. Small and white, clear and bright, you look happy to meet me. Blossom and snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. For you, Chris.
Aww, stop making me cry.
That was so nice, Matt.
Thank you.
That was so nice. Oh no, I don't know who's. Oh,
I do. It's Denny. Denny. Hi. That you're not Denny.
Maybe. Hang
I'm
on.
not Denny either.
Sorry.
No.
Well, that's okay. You're reintroducing him, so there it is. Everybody,
I got a little.
that's Danielle, and that's Denny.
That's Denny. All
I
right.
mean, it's easy to confuse us.
A little bit sometimes. So, Denny, I hear you have a song for us.
I do, and it's quite theme appropriate. I'm surprised nobody had taken it. Therefore, I am pleased as punch, as my people say, to sing the theme song for the night, which is Somebody to Love.
Well,
by
I
Queen.
do declare I'm all excited and a Twitter about this.
I'm a little verklempt myself, darling.
Take it away.
Can anybody find me somebody to love? Ooh. Each morning I get up, I dive, can barely stand on my feet. Take a look in the mirror and cry, Lord, what you doing to me? I've spent all my years in believing you, but I just can't get no relief. Lord, somebody Can anybody find me somebody to love? I work hard every day of my life. I work till I ache in my bones. At the end of the day, I take home my hard-earned pay all on my own. Get down on my knees and believe in you. Lord, I'm starting to pray. Lord, somebody, can anybody find me somebody to love? Every day I work hard, I try and I try and I try, but everybody wants to put me down. They all say I'm going crazy. They say I got a lot of water in my brain, got no common sense, I got nothing left to believe in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's nothing like a little piano interlude. Oh, Lord, somebody, oh, anybody, can anybody find me somebody to love? Find me someone to love. Got no feel, I got no rhythm. I just keep losing my beat. I'm okay, I'm alright. Don't wanna get no defeat. I just gotta get out of my prison cell. Someday I'm gonna be free, Lord. Find me somebody to love. 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 Find me, find me. Can anybody find me? Find me somebody to find me somebody to find me, find me, find me somebody to love. Somebody, somebody, somebody find me somebody to love. Can anybody find me somebody to love? Find me somebody to love. Find me somebody to love. Find me somebody to love. Somebody to love. Find me somebody to love. Find me. Can anybody find me somebody to love? Somebody to love.
Oh, wow, Denny. You know, you have such a beautiful falsetto that I forget about what you can do with your rock voice. And you just blew me away. Just blew me away, honey. Oh, now you make me cry for different reasons. I'm just all tears today. I'm all verklempt. Oh, I love you too. I love you too. And now I'm going to bring on more emotions because that's what I do. So this is a song I can't believe I forgot about until like a few hours ago that I love dearly and sang for a wedding of some dear, dear friends of ours. And it's a weird one, which is why I love it. Here we go. Not even going to tell you what it is. The book of love is long and boring. No one can lift the damn thing. It's full of charts and facts and figures and instructions for dancing. But I love it when you read to me, and you can read me anything. The book of love has music in it. In fact, that's where music comes from. Some of it's just transcendental. Some of it's just really dumb. But I love it when you sing to me, and you can sing me anything. This song is dedicated to all of you that come every week and sing and bring your joy, and especially to my lovely husband, Ryan. This isn't our song, but sometimes I think maybe it should be. The book of love is long and boring and written very long ago. It's full of flowers and heart-shaped boxes and things we're all too young to know. But I love it when you give me things, and you gave me a wedding ring. I love it when you give me things. You gave me a wedding ring. You gave me a wedding ring. You okay there, Sue?
That made the little elf in my throat wake up and go.
That song is the first song I ever sang where someone pushed me out of my boundaries and encouraged me at first to sing it in the style of Pamplemousse, which is not how most people know it, and which is similar to what I did tonight. But then I found my own voice and I sang it for them before their wedding to see if they approved, and we had a moment and it changed my life. So it's one of those things where I did something for someone else and it changed my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things that makes doing stuff for others worth it, is that you always get more out of it than you think you will.
True story.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for the feels. All right. I'll see you in a little bit. All right. Well, next up, we are going to bring back the lovely, darling, dear Mr. Angus. Hello.
Hello, Sadie.
Welcome back. I believe you've got a poem for us now?
Well, a story.
A reading of sorts.
And I found it interesting that you mentioned that you had elves in your throat, because this one has an element of elves. It's an adaptation of a Thomas Keightley snippet. He was an academic of the 19th century and collected all of the stories about elves, the wee folk, from all across the world.
I'm so excited. Take it away.
So, wherever I go in Scotland, I encounter brownies and their elvish lot. But this is nae surprise, for sick creatures hae cousins in ilka land the world o'er. This tale came to me by way of a carl what travelled through Persia on its way hame frae the Holy Land. Lang, lang ago, a lad was tossed out o' his hame by his father for being undisciplined and wanton. The lad took up the garb of a travelling merchant and roamed the land selling his ware. As time went on, he became quite successful. Ein day as he was on his travels, he sat to rest under the shade of a tree next to a small loch. As he rested, unseen, some doves flew down to the loch and removed their outer covering. In their place stood beautiful lassies, what splashed and played and bathed in the loch's water. In the language of Persia, these were peri, what we would cry fairies. Quietly, the lad slipped close and stole away the peri's coverings, which he then secreted into a hollow in the tree. He lay down and watched the lassies play in the loch. When the lassies had finished, they returned to shore to tack on their coverings, only to discover that these were gone. They searched and searched. At length, they discovered the lad, what demanded that ane of them become his bride. They cried in despair, but they had no choice. The lad selected the youngest and fairest to be his bride. He returned the coverings to the other peri, but the coverings for his bride he kept secret, kept a wa for her, and dressed her in the finest clothes he had in his merchant's pack. The twa returned home. He secreted her coverings where she might ne'er discover them, replacing them with the finest dresses Scylla could buy. In time, excuse me, she adjusted to life as the wife of a mortal and bore him several wee bairns. Ein day the merchant had to travel to a distant land for business. In his absence, his good wife played a game with their children. They find a birdie's covering. Her covering was discovered. Then, mixed with happiness and sorrow, she hugged her bairns for the last wee time. And in the privacy of her room, she took off her human clothes and put on her dove's coverings. Then she flew out through the open window. It is said that the merchant, upon returning home and learning what happened, went mad and was near ripped in the head to the end of his days. Now, back in Scotland, we have similar stories, but they involve our Selkies, or seal folk.
Thank you, Angus. Oh, that was so good. That really was good. I do love a good story about Selkies. So, let's see. Speaking of stories, if you are a writer, Intervision Entertainment is currently accepting submissions for our Scintillating Stories series, where we convert short stories, plays, and other writings into a podcast format to be performed live. We also record and display the recordings online for the world to discover. If you have a story or script that you would like to hear scintillated, please submit that to Ghislaine at myaloha.tv or submissions at myaloha.tv. That's going to be spelled out in the chat. Meanwhile, Trip, I would like to welcome you back to the virtual stage. Trip Kennedy. Oh, there he is. Hello there.
Here I am. Oh, hello. Well, thank you so much for another shot. Well, this is also a Mel Brooks song, and this is from Young Frankenstein, the musical, but it's very good for tonight's theme.
Take it away.
Let's forget about thinking. Thinking's never smart. Flush your brain right down the drain. Listen to your heart. Let's be a couple of dumbbells, dumb right from the start. Lose your mind, 'cause love is blind. Listen to your heart. Let's be stupid together, two nitwits never apart. Bird brains of a feather who fly right into bed. Let's be totally foolish, two nitwits never apart. You'll find such bliss in the kissing you're missing, so listen. Listen to your heart. As everybody knows, if it's sex they're thinking of, intellectuals are ineffectuals when it comes to making love. And Nietzsche always said he wouldn't. Schopenhauer said he shouldn't. And as for Immanuel Kant, every girl in town knew that Kant couldn't. Listen to my heart. Listen to my heart. Let's be blithering idiots, blithering love sweet song. We'll blither every evening and blither all night long. Let's find things undiscovered. Don't resist, Cupid's dart. You'll find such joy just by being a boy. Listen, listen to your heart. I know you're out there.
Oh my goodness, Trip. Oh my. I don't know if you've been reading the comments after your performances, but you need to read it now. We are so in love with you. We think you're just hilarious.
I had to turn my microphone on even though I'm not meant to say anything right now because I was literally giggling the way that you just heard me giggling. Like, that was...
So you brought out Sadie's inner wicked witch?
Or my inner, just like, I don't know, tiny person who
it was either way. I like that giggle.
3 inches tall.
I want to thank you all for making me feel so welcome tonight. I now have something to look forward to on Sunday nights. I am here to push my Mel show, but I just love everybody, and I'm just enjoying everybody. I can't wait to hear all from more of you. So thank you so much.
Well, we're enjoying you. Thank you.
And you are absolutely welcome back. Like, so please come back. We will be announcing the theme for next week at the end of this show, and of course we post it on Facebook, so stay tuned. All right, so our next guest needs no introduction. He's a Muppet, if you will. Please welcome Beaker! Hello, Beaker.
Beaker, you are muted.
You are muted, Beaker. All right, and you have something fabulous for us tonight, correct? In fact, you have your hoodie on because you're telling a story for us today, yes? Okay, well, everybody, please enjoy the story of E.T. Beaker! That was fabulous! That was fabulous. You know, I feel like that had a lot more meaning than the last act you did for us quite a few months ago. Yeah. 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 That was deep. Well, thank you, and we look forward to seeing you back at some point in the future. Maybe not next week, but we would love you back, Beaker. Of course, Matt is always welcome back.
Of course. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed my crash course.
True story. Our next guest really, again, needs no introduction. All I have to say is he's got the hair. Yeah. It's the man with the plan. DJ Franchise. What? Is that a man bun?
Yes, it is in a bun. Hello, hello, everyone.
Hello. That's a sassy man bun you got going on.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, I gotta put my hair up for this one.
So no fan with all the hair because
I didn't have time to set it up, so
it's okay. We love that too, but
I know.
we need variety to appreciate it. Yeah. What is your favorite rom-com, romantic flick, or romantic story?
Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna go with the rom-com direction, and one of my favorite rom-coms, it's a toss-up between The Wedding Singer and Wedding Crashers.
Ooh.
Yeah, and uh it's just like they're so different, but it's just like they're like male they're male rom-coms. It's not like a chick flick, it's like it's more about the guys. They have more, in my opinion, um it's like you
I see
it
what you mean, though.
yeah,
It's more
like
story
they're
of
more,
his journey than her journey. Sure.
yeah, and so I think those are two of like my favorite rom-coms. But also, like, as I was thinking about it, and I was just like the musical moments like in romantic comedies, and like Wedding Singer, obviously, it has a lot of it has a lot of like songs and stuff like that. And it's just like I kind of went 80s last week, and so it's like, well, okay, if not my favorite, like what's like one of like the underrated ones in my opinion. And it's like one of the most underrated rom-com films in my opinion that I love dearly is My Best Friend's Wedding with Julia Roberts.
That's
There's
my
so many.
best friend's favorite movie.
Yeah, no, no, I'm saying, but like, there's so many Julia Roberts movies that like everyone loves, and it's like My Best Friend's Wedding is like never like always like on the top of my, just from, but like there we have, it's more of like a cult following, like if that's the Julia Roberts movie. And then it's like, but one of my favorite moments is when they're at the brunch and they sing I Say a Little Prayer, that's, and so I'm just gonna do a little Dionne Warwick,
Ooh, bring it, love.
yeah, Say a
Bring
Little
it.
Prayer, Burt Bacharach. Here we go. The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. While combing my hair now, wondering what dress to wear now, I say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part, and how I love you together, together. And how it must be to live without you would only be heartbreak for me. I run for the bus, dear, while thinking of us, dear. I say a little prayer for you. At work I just take time, and all through my coffee break time, I say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part, and how I love you together, together. And how it must be to live without you would only be heartbreak for me. I say a little prayer for you. Now say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part, and how I love you together, together. And how it must be without you, it only bring heartbreak for me. My darling, believe me, for me there is no one but you. Please love me too, I'm in love with you. Answer my prayer, say you love me too. Oh, why don't you answer my prayer? Yeah, you know every say, I say a little prayer. I say a little prayer for you. I say a little prayer for you.
Yay! Oh, that was so lovely, Francis. I love that you brought back the original version.
Yeah, you know, you just gotta keep. Sometimes you just gotta take it back and keep it simple. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I love it because that's one of those songs that people, excuse me, people know the cover better than they know the original, and so they don't know. They don't know about Burt Bacharach and Dionne Warwick.
True. Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm glad you brought it back. Thank you.
you.
I can't wait to hear what you have for us a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll all be here.
Yeah, fantastic. We'll see you in a little bit. But right now, we've got, I'm not going to call him what I was calling him. I'm going to call him Big Bro Ryan, a.k.a. Producer Ryan, a.k.a. Ryan Phillips, everybody. Hello, friend.
Hello. How are you this beautiful, beautiful day?
It's very much nighttime, but I'm doing well. I'm on the East Coast, for those who don't know, so it is almost midnight. But I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yay!
Yeah.
It is also not daytime here, Ryan. It's also not daytime.
Daytime, nighttime, it's all the same. Those of us that are more nocturnal, we prefer it dark, and so that is our daytime.
That's true.
It's deep.
All right. Well, before we dive into what I'm sure will be a magnificent story you have for us, would you like to share with us your favorite rom-com or love story?
You know, I was thinking about this earlier, because obviously we get the question, and it really is a toss-up between 50 First States and Bram Stoker's Dracula. And I know they both have completely different energies, but yeah, it's...
and yet kind of similar, because there's a cyclical nature to... I get it. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the theme. Because the theme of one is just having to renew that every single day, and the theme of one is just this enduring obsession-like romance that, in the end, he actually realizes, wait a second, this obsession's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obsession isn't great.
No, not usually, and especially when you let it fester for 3 or 4 centuries, it gets really, really bad.
Tends to get a little rough under there. All
Imagine
right.
if your stalker was an elf. I mean,
Oh no. All right. Well, what have you got for us this evening, my dear?
This week, as opposed to most weeks, I was really worried that anything I would normally grab would be grabbed up by somebody else. And so I was kind of got on the subject, I forget who I was talking to, of good books that got turned into really bad movies, especially movies that had actually nothing to do with the book, aside from the title and a few characters. And so I'm going to do a little excerpt from one of the books I absolutely love that I was made into one of the worst movies of all time.
Yay! All right, take it away.
Come on, you apes, you want to live forever. Unknown Platoon Sergeant, 1918. I always get the shakes before a drop. I've had the injections, of course, and the hypnotic preparation, and it stands to reason that I can't really be afraid. The ship psychiatrist has checked my brain waves and asked me silly questions while I sleep, and he tells me it isn't fear, it isn't anything important, just the trembling. Just like the trembling of an eager racehorse at the starting gate. I couldn't say anything about that. I've never been a racehorse. But the fact is, I'm scared silly. Every time. At D-minus 30, after we had mustered in the drop room of the Roger Young, our platoon sergeant inspected us. He wasn't our regular platoon leader because Lieutenant Razak had bought it in our last drop. He was really the platoon sergeant. Career ship sergeant Jihal. Jelly was a Filipino Turk from Iceland or around Proxima. A swarthy little man who looked like a clerk, but I've seen him tackle 2 berserk privates so big he had to reach up to grab them, crack their heads together like coconuts, and step back out of the way while they fell. Off he wasn't bad for a sergeant. You could even call him Jelly to his face. Not recruits, of course, but anybody who'd made at least one combat drop. But right now he was on duty. We had all inspected our own combat equipment. Hey, look, it's your own neck, see? And the acting platoon sergeant had gone over us carefully after we mustered up. And now Jelly was going over us again, his face mean, his eyes missing nothing. He stopped by the man in front of me and pressed a button on his belt that gave readings on his physicals. Fall out. But Sarge, it's just a cold, the surgeon said. Jelly interrupted. But Sarge, he snapped. The surgeon ain't making no drop on either of you with a degree and a half of fever. You think I got time to argue with you right just before a drop? Fall out! Jenkins left us looking sad and mad, and I felt bad too. Because of the lieutenant buying at last drop and people moving up, I was the assistant section leader in second section at this drop, and I was going to have a hole in my section and no way to fill it. That's not good. It means a man can run into something sticky and call for help and have nobody to help him. Jelly didn't down-check anybody else, and presently he stepped out in front of us, looked us over, and shook his head sadly. What a gang of apes, he growled. Maybe if you all bite on this drop, we could start over and build the kind of outfit the lieutenant would expect you to be. But probably not. Not with the sort of recruits we get these days. He straightened up and shouted, I just want to remind you, apes, that every one of you has cost the government, not counting weapons, armor, ammunition, instrumentation, training, everything, including the way you overeat, has cost, on the hoof, better than $500,000. And add that to the 30 cents you're really worth, that comes up to quite a sum. He glared at us. So bring it back. We can spare you, but we can't spare that fancy suit you're wearing. I don't want any heroes in this outfit. The lieutenant wouldn't like it. You got a job to do. You go down. You do it. You keep your ears open for recall. You show up on the bounce. By the numbers. Get me? He glared again. You're supposed to know the plan, but as some as you ain't got minds to hypnotize, I'll sketch it out. You'll be dropped in 2 skirmish lines, calculated at 2,000-yard intervals. Get your bearing on me as soon as you hit. Get your bearing and distance on your squad mates, both sides, while you take cover. You've wasted 10 seconds already, so you smash and destroy whatever's at hand until the flankers hit dirt. He was talking about me. As an assistant section leader, I was going to be left flanker with nobody at my elbow. I began to tremble. Once they hit, straighten those lines, equalize those intervals. Drop what you're doing and do it. 12 seconds. Then advance by leapfrog, odd and even, assistant section leaders minding the count and guiding the development. He looked at me. If you've done this properly, which I doubt, the flanks will make contact as recall sounds, at which time, home you go. Any questions? There weren't any. There never were. He went on. One more word. This is a raid, not a battle. It's a demonstration of firepower and frightfulness. Our mission is to let the enemy know that we could have destroyed their city but didn't. But they aren't safe even when we refrain from total bombing. You'll take no prisoners. You'll kill only when you can't help it. The entire area we hit is to be smashed. I don't want to see any of you loafers bring you back here with unexpended bombs. Get me? He glanced at the time. Razak's Rutniks got a reputation to uphold. Lieutenants told me before he bought it that he will have his eye on you every minute and expects your name to shine. Jolie glanced over to Sergeant Machilio, first section leader. 5 minutes for the Padre, he stated. Some of the boys dropped out of ranks and went over and knelt in front of Machilio, and not necessarily of his own creed either. Muslims, Christians, Geognostics, Jews. Whoever wanted a word with him before the drop, he was there. I heard tell of military outfits where chaplains did not fight alongside the others, but I could never see how that could work. I mean, how could a chaplain bless anything he wasn't willing to do himself? In any case, in the mobile infantry, everybody drops. Everybody fights. From the chaplain to the cook to the old man's rider. Once we went down those tubes, there wouldn't be a redneck left on board. Except Jenkins, of course, and that wasn't his fault. I couldn't go over. I was always afraid somebody would see me shake if I did, and anyway, the Padre could bless me just as handily from where he was. But he came over to me as the last stragglers took up and pressed his helmet against mine to speak privately. Johnny, he said quietly, this is your first drop as a non-com. Yeah? I wasn't really a non-com, either more than Jelly was really an officer. Just do it, Johnny. Don't buy the farm. You know your job. Just do it and don't try and win any medal. Thanks, Padre. I shan't. And he added something in a language that I didn't know and just patted me on the shoulder, then hurried back to his section. Jelly called out, 10 hut! We snapped to, platoon! Section! Magello and Johnson echoed. By sections, port and starboard, prepare for drop. Section, man your capsules, move! Squad. I had to wait while squads 4 and 5 manned their capsules and moved down the firing tubes before my capsule showed up on the port rack and I could climb into it. I wonder if those old-timers got the shakes when they climbed in the Trova's horse, or was it just me? Jelly checked each man as he was sealed in, and he sealed me in himself. As he did so, he leaned towards me and said, "Don't goof off, Johnny. This is just a drill." The top closed, and I was alone. "Just a drill," he says, and I began to shake uncontrollably. But then in my earphones, I heard Jelly from the centerline tube. "Bridge. Razak's Roughnecks ready for drop." 17 seconds, Lieutenant. I heard the ship's captain in her cheerful contralto replying, and resented her calling Jelly Lieutenant. To be sure, our lieutenant was dead, and maybe Jelly would get his commission. But we were still Razak's Roughnecks. She added, "Good luck, boys." "Thanks, Captain." "Brace yourselves, 5 seconds." I was strapped in all over, belly, forehead, shins, but I shook worse than ever. And I'll stop it there.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you had us all captivated, or captive, I should say. I know. I've always wanted to make
The book
that
is Starship Troopers by Heinlein.
We absolutely loved that. And thanks for the deep, deep cut. I don't think anyone cut quite that deep tonight with a book or, story song that they loved versus the with the word in the title versus, you know what I mean? I think that's really smart.
Thinking inside the box has never been my strong suit.
No, it's not your thing. No. And on that note, I have an announcement to make. If I can find it. Have you ever heard of the phrase starving artist, and do you wonder how we eat? Help make our podcasts, such as Scintillating Stories, Pet Poetry, and Popular Person Problems happen by supporting our Patreon. That's patreon.com/Intervision. Link below. Hey, Sadie.
Sorry, multitasking again. Oh God!
I love the multitasking.
I always put a dad joke after an announcement, so I'm always putting something in the chat right when you need me, and then I'm like, "Shit! Why did I do this again?"
That's like when you guys give me a song right back to back with a pet poetry. I'm like, no.
I understand why, but why?
Well, do you have a bad dad joke for us?
Well, it just so happens that I do. I was walking down the street the other day, which I don't do very often anymore because I live in New York and it's very densely populated and,
Yeah.
But I saw, 2 zombies on a date. It was so cute. And, they say romance is dead.
I did not see that one coming, and I don't know. We need to remember to do that again because that was adorable. Adorable.
I like it. It can stay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave and let you introduce our next fabulous friend.
Yay! All right. Well, next up, I'm bringing back the other opera diva, the dear darling Miss Chrissy Mackey. Hello, gorgeous.
Hello.
All right, and what have you got for us now?
Well, this is another sad love song.
Okay.
Because apparently I'm into that tonight. And I'm going to give this caveat.
No other time, though. I've never heard you sing a sad love song before tonight. It's only
really?
tonight. I'm teasing. Yeah.
Okay, no. I was like, wait, haven't you been at like other things?
No, because you said apparently I'm into that tonight, and I was like, but only tonight, not.
But only tonight, yes, only tonight. No, I do actually though want to give a caveat on this because this is like a nondescript love song. It could be for anybody, and if I break down and start crying in the middle of it, I'm just gonna apologize now because I don't associate this song with my dad, but grief does weird things to people.
Yeah.
And it could come up, and so I just want to apologize in advance if that happens. And you'll know because I'll be like,
you don't need to apologize for having feelings.
Yes, I do. I'm a Capricorn. We don't have feelings.
Take it away, beautiful.
All right, hang on a second. I need to do some volume adjustment here at the beginning because I'm louder than the music. try to find my way back in this life. I hope there's a way to give me a sign you're okay. Remind me again it's worth it all, so I can go on. All of my memories keep you near. In silent moments, imagine you'd be here. All of my memories keep you near. Silent whispers, silent tears. Together in all these memories, I see your smile. All the memories I hold dear. Darling, you know I love you till the end of time. All of my memories keep you near. In silent moments, imagine you'd be here. All of my memories keep you near. Silent whispers, silent tears. All my memories.
Oh, that was fabulous, and you made it through, Lovey.
I did.
I felt that emotion way over here. Like, wow. I think that's something that we have to learn to do when we're classically trained, you know? I mean, musical theater, all the training, of course you're taught to emote, but there's something specifically when you do classical training where you have to dig so deep and emote so strong because you have to carry it through a venue that's so large, you know? And I think you're taught to literally sing for the millions, you know? And I felt that just now. That was amazing. Thank you. All right. Well, I get to bring back one of my favorite people and one of our co-hosts for the night. Come on back, Sadie.
Oh, hi.
Hello, Lovey.
Hello.
So you've got another wonderful song for us tonight.
I've got my first song of the night. I did a poem before.
Oh,
Usually
right.
I only do songs, but I've changed it up tonight. No, it's understandable.
What happened? Where are we? Who am I?
I'm a music lady, so it makes sense.
But you did a sonnet, which is lyrical, which is why I did that.
There you go.
But it was beautiful. Okay, so now you have first song of night, yes?
Sung, so it's fine.
So you have first song of night, yes?
I have a little song for you guys, and it is one of my favorite love songs, and it feels extra appropriate right now for a variety of reasons. And this goes out to a special someone.
And I know who that is. Take it
a
away.
lot of you know who it is. It's not subtle. Yeah, let's do it. While I'm far away from you, my baby, I know it's hard for you, my baby, because it's hard for me, my baby, and the darkest hour is just before dawn. Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, and stars above. This is dedicated to the one I love. Exactly like we want it to be. I could be satisfied just knowing you love me. And there's one thing I want you to do, especially for me. And it's something that everybody needs. While I'm far away from you, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, because it's hard for me, my baby, and the darkest hour is just before dawn. If there's one thing I want you to do, especially for me, and it's something that everybody needs. Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, and tell all the stars above, this is dedicated to the one I love, 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 this is dedicated.
Was so sweet and wonderful and beautiful and just absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
And You're Certain Someone is super, super awesome too.
It's true. She is.
Yeah. And speaking of awesome, I believe we are bringing back one Mr. DJ franchise in the hizzle.
Hello, hello. Here we are.
Hello. So what do you have for us next?
Okay, so in keeping with my theme of weddings and like rom-coms, I was like underrated rom-coms, and then I was like, what's a underrated wedding song? And so I'm gonna do 98 Degrees, I Do Cherish You, because it's like, it's in my opinion, it's one of the most underrated wedding songs. No one ever really picks it because there's so much more relevant songs. But I think this is one of my favorite wedding songs. But like all the weddings I've ever been to, no one's ever done this one. So I'm just gonna do it. 98 Degrees, I Do Cherish You.
All right.
I do, yeah. I do. All I am, all I'll be. Everything in this world, all that I'll ever need is in your eyes, shining at me. When you smile, I can feel all my passion unfolding, and your hair brushes mine, and 1,000 sensations seduce me, 'cause I do cherish you for the rest of my life. You don't have to think twice. I will love you still from the depths of my soul. It's beyond my control. I've waited so long to say this to you. If you're asking, do I love you this much? I do. in my world before you. I lived outside my emotions. I didn't know where I was going until that day I found you. And how you opened my life to a new paradise in a world torn by change and 1,000 sensations. To my dying day, and I do cherish you for the rest of my life. You don't have to think twice. I will love you still from the depths of my soul. It's beyond my control. I've waited so long to say this to you. If you're asking, do I love you this much? Yes, I do. I do. If you're asking, do I love you this much? Baby, I do cherish you for the rest of my life. You don't have to think twice. I've waited so long to say this to you. And if you're asking, do I love you this much? I do. Oh, I do.
Yay! That was beautiful, Francis.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
You have to check out the chat because we were just talking. I don't know if you've watched Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Yes, yes.
But we were just talking about how we need a boy band made up of 4 Francises.
It's in the works. It's in the works. Yeah, stay tuned for my TikTok and my YouTube.
Yes, please. Oh my god.
I need a group and I don't have like a boy band, so I'm just gonna try to do it digitally with like the 4 different things and like what they do.
Anyway, you would totally. That's like that's you all over. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
I'm down.
Oh.
Yeah, press F4 is the name.
Yes, I'm so excited.
If you need somebody to composite that together, let me know.
Yeah, let's collaborate. Yeah, press F4 is what I'm thinking the boy band is gonna move.
Amazing! I can't wait. Oh my
I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Francis.
Yay! All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for this scintillating showcase brought to you by Intervision Entertainment. To check out everything we do, please visit our YouTube channel, myaloha.tv, where you can find even more recordings of other scintillating showcases, as well as pet poetry, McGarfield, popular person problems, and scintillating stories. You can also find podcast recordings on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Podbean. Please like, subscribe, and share the vision, and you can help keep the art alive by becoming a visionary with our Patreon. You can find the link in our chat, or if you're watching on YouTube, the link will be below in the description.
And of course, join us next Sunday for another scintillating showcase and open mic night. And before I go, I'd like to announce next week's theme, which is, drum roll everybody, I'm Too Sexy. Check out our Facebook page and, of course, our website, myaloha.tv for the latest updates. And now, take it away, Danielle May.
Hello, everybody. So, I figured that since Queen is one of the options for the evening, I thought I'd end us all with some Queen. Y'all hear that sound? Is that me? Like, I'm hearing a sound. Is anybody else hearing a sound? This isn't part of the act.
You mean like a background noise?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you still hearing it?
I'm not hearing it anymore. Weird.
No, it's Ghislaine sorted it.
Okay, awesome. All right. So anyway, I thought I'd end us with a little Queen. So Here I go. This thing called love, I just can't handle it. This thing called love, I must get round to it. I ain't ready. Crazy little thing called love. This thing called love, it cries in a cradle all night. It swings, it jives, it shakes all over like a jellyfish. I kinda like it. Crazy little thing called love. There goes my baby. She knows how to rock and roll. She drives me crazy. She gave me hot and cold fever. She leaves me in a cool, cool sweat. I gotta be cool, relax, get hip, get on my tracks, take a backseat, hitchhike, take a long ride on my motorbike until I'm ready. Crazy little thing called love. I gotta be cool, relax, get hip, get on my tracks, take a backseat, hitchhike, take a long ride on my motorbike until I'm ready. Crazy little thing called love. This thing they call love, I just can't handle it. This thing called love, I must get around to it. I ain't ready. Crazy little thing called love. 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 Thank you, everybody.
Woohoo!
I'm having technical difficulties, everybody. All right, here I am. Yay!
Sorry. We did the thing again.
That's okay. That was perfect, actually. We don't need any more spotlight. We don't need spotlight.
We don't need no stinking spotlight.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Remember to keep it safe, even though this vaccine's going around. Please try not to spread the germs, even after this pandemic is over. Try not to give other people germs. Yeah? Yeah. Any other thoughts, Danielle?
When traveling back in time, make sure you don't break your parents up. Don't let your mom make out with you.
That's such good advice. That's
also,
really
we're bringing it full circle because Marty.
Yeah. And do you have anything to add, dear sweet Sadie?
Wash your damn hands, you dirty animals. Wear a mask. You're gonna go in public. Be nice to your fellow humans. Spay and neuter your pets.
And be a good neighbor. Good night.